Good morning. Such a beautiful day today. Cool breeze. Just a nice thing going on today. Yesterday we were talking about that dynamite power that Paul wasn't ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. And if you take his life and put it in perspective, it's the same guy. It's the same guy that was trying to kill Christians. It was the same guy who had a face-to-face with Jesus after the ascension. It's the same guy who can go from place to place to place and tell people about the goodness of Jesus. And I just want to tell you about a bad day he had. He had more than a bad day, but in Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 and 5, he says this. He says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Let your gentle spirit be known to all men. The Lord is near. Let your gentle spirit be known to all men." And it sounds like he's got kind of a Pollyannish kind of everything's going to be good kind of lifestyle going on. Just rejoice. Just, celebrate it. It's all good. But this is the same guy that had the bad day in 2 Corinthians. You can read a little bit about it, starting in chapter 11, verse 24. And I just woke up thinking about this dude today because I'm sitting right on the shoreline of Lake Michigan. Cool breeze, the big lake stirring up out there. It's just very nice here. I'm not having a bad day, but he had a few of these, and this is what happened to him. Just so the guy that said rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. It gives you kind of confidence. Somebody that's lived a comfortable life and hadn't had any challenges, and they tell you, "Hey, shake it off." That's kind of hard to believe them, but not Paul. This is his deal. 5 times I've received from the Jews 39 lashes. That's where they just beat the tar out of you with a whip, and it's got stuff on the end of the leather straps, and they supposedly do it 39 times because they believe 40 times will literally kill you. So he only got whipped that way 5 times. Then verse 25, he says, 3 times I was beaten with rods. I can't even imagine what that is. Once I was stoned. I'm pretty sure he died that time. You don't get stoned and walk away from it. And it's not stoned like you guys are thinking. They have these big rocks. Like this would be a little rock compared to the rocks they were throwing at his dome, right? Like, so there's a mass of people throwing rocks at him. And so that happened to him. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I was on a cruise ship a few years ago, and some reason they had to take us out into a hurricane, and there were 40-foot waves, maybe not 40, maybe there were 30-foot waves slamming up against the side of the ship, and it was very intimidating. But that's what I envisioned, that Paul was out there in those kind of waters 3 times. A night and a day he spent in the deep. I've been on frequent journeys in dangers from rivers, dangers from men, dangers from the Gentiles, dangers in the city, dangers in the wilderness, dangers on the sea, dangers from false brethren. I've been in labor and in hardship through many sleepless nights and hunger and thirst, often without food and cold and exposure. And then he says this, apart from such external things, there is the daily pressure on me of my concern for all the believers. Can you believe that? Paul could go through all that, and what he could think about is you, if you were alive back then. And so I think one of the great ways to have a bad day is to really begin thinking about others, praying for those people's lives and the challenges that are in them. And then you can take a bad day and turn it into a great day and rejoice in the Lord always. Because somehow Paul did it, and I bet you can too. Have a great day.